Okay. Hi, and thanks for coming to watch this video from Carolina Varsity. We are covering the 2016 NChSAA playoffs first round, and we got a 4AA matchup here. We got the Midwest number 8, East Mecklenburg, who through a draw qualified. They tied with 3 teams, and they won draw and was able to make the playoffs. And at 5 and 6, and they're going up to Lake Norman to play number 1 seeded Lake Norman, who is 11 and 0.
It's not your typical 1-8 matchup, first of all. Players to watch for Lake Norman. Quarterback Cole Ladowski, running back Cole Jackson, and linebacker Max Thornhill. East Meck, you got to watch running back Kamal Howard, linebacker TJ Elliott, and defensive back Tyreek Morrison. In this game, they're going to have to establish the run like they always do and keep it close in the second half. And they cannot allow big plays to spark the home crowd. They're going to be a really, really big crowd, nice atmosphere at Lake Norman. I think Lake Norman's going to have to load the box, and they're going to have to stop Kamal Howard before he gets started, period. You got 2 really good backs here. Jackson is approaching 2,000 yards this year. Howard's already over 2,000 yards this year. I think the difference is Lake Norman will throw the ball a little bit more than East Meck does most of the time. And I think it's going to be a really good game, probably more so than people around the state are going to expect to see.
I agree with that fully. First, we'll just throw out what the report says. It's predicting a 34-25 Lake Norman win. So these 2 teams did see each other in a scrimmage. And I think that scrimmage ended 21-21. It's a scrimmage, but still they've seen each other. Mm-hmm. I've seen both teams. I think for East Mecklenburg, they're going to have to contain Ladowski first. Jackson is a threat as well, but Ladowski is the person that they will need to control. If they can keep him in check, they can keep that score down from that 35 points. That's going to be very difficult for them because he can also throw the ball. Definitely, Lake Norman is going to see a heavy dose of run. And in that game that I saw with Huff, that was the one item that stood out to me, was physicality on the lines was something that they didn't handle well with Huff. Mm-hmm. But they beat Huff because they had more excitement. I think I've said this so many times this year.
Yeah.
Very emotional playing team. They came from behind and won that ball game. And a lot of it was on Ladowski, but a lot of it was on the emotion of the players and such. And I think maybe Huff getting a little bit out of what they were doing. But that physicality was a big difference. And that is, of course, what East is going to be. That's going to be their strong point in this ball game. Is going to be that run, heavy run with Howard. I think what East might need to do is to find a way to throw the ball a little bit more. Certainly, they'll do that tight end pass that they like to do. Mm-hmm. I do believe that, from what I saw with the Lake Norman game, getting a back to the edge, or at least over in the tackle area versus the guard, center area, but out over on the edge might be an advantage. If they could run that buck sweep a little bit more, that would. But I hadn't seen that much this year, but that would be a good one for them. Mm-hmm. But I think people are going to view this game as being a blowout. And, I remember in the Myers Park thread talking about how that was going to be a blowout, and we saw how that turned out. I think this is going to be a good ball game. Great atmosphere out. Lake Norman is such a wonderful place for a football game.
Yeah, if you're going to get there early, and know they said the parking was kind of tough up there.
Exactly. So I might be at this game. It's on my short list because I think it is going to be a very good ball game. I expect it to be, and it better be. And I would love to see, the game go down to the last seconds. Any game I attend, that's what I want to see. I don't care who's coaching, how good of friends I am with anybody. I want to see the game go down to the last seconds. Overtime doesn't bother me. It just makes me happier. I know it doesn't make the coaches happier, but it makes me happier. All right, if you got comments about the game, post them in our forum down here below this video, because this video will be posted in the forum. let us know what you thought about the game afterwards. Thanks for watching.